Started this edition with the big visit of Taliban's foreign minister, Muttaqi, in New Delhi. This happens to be the first visit of the foreign minister since Taliban has taken over in Afghanistan. Ahead of this visit, Republic's Kabul reporter Hashmat spoke to a senior Taliban leader. The first response now coming in from the Deputy Minister of Information and Culture of Afghanistan. In that exclusive interview, a big news coming in where he has confirmed that an invitation was also sent by Pakistan to Foreign Minister Muttaqi, and that was rejected. Not just that, in the conversation that we've had, he also says that Afghanistan wants good relation with India and considers India as one of Afghanistan's closest friends. And this visit of Muttaqi is going to ensure good economic development for Afghanistan. As also he pointed out that Afghans who reside in India will essentially benefit from the visit of the foreign minister. This visit also is aimed at perhaps smoothing the process of a visa that is granted to Afghans for visiting India. Now, this is the first response that has come in from the Taliban leader, a top leader who has now confirmed that ahead of Muttaqi's visit to India, an invite was also sent by Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar. And this is what Afghanistan had to say.
د اسلامي امارت افغانستان د اسلامي امارت متوازن سیاست او همدا ډول هغه ډیپلوماسي چې دوی په تیرو څلورو کلونو کې په کار باندې اچولې وه دا د دې لامل شوه چې ورځ تر بلې هیوادونه د افغانستان د اسلامي امارت سره د اړیکو د راشه درشه او تعامل په برخه کې کار وکوي. نو په دې ترڅ کې د افغانستان اسلامي امارت د باندنیو چارو وزیر تګ د هند هیواد ته ډېر مهم سفر دی او طبعا افغانان ستونزې لري، هلته افغانان اوسېږي. همدا ډول د ویزو په برخه کې د ناروغانو په برخه کې او په نورو برخو کې هیله ده د هیواد د بهرنیو چارو وزیر هلته د هندي چارواکو سره په دې برخه کې مثبت بحثونه او مجلسونه ولري او دا به زموږ په اړیکو کې لا ودې او پراختیا ته یو مهم سفر ثابت شي.
Joining us on this broadcast is our colleague Hashpat, who's joining us from Kabul, and our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor from the newsroom. First to you, Hashmat, with regards to the invite that was sent by the Pakistanis to the Afghan foreign ministry, and it turns out from the interview that you've done that it was declined. Tell us a little bit more as to how Pakistan has essentially been trying to woo the Taliban. The government has essentially rejected all overtures that have been made by the Pakistanis in the last several months.
Best regards to everyone at the public. As you know, many times Pakistan officials, especially Safdar, applied, requested Amir Khan Muttaqi to go Pakistan, Islamabad, immediate Islamabad, but it was rejected by Amir Khan Muttaqi and other officials, and they didn't have any travel yet to Islamabad. But this is the first Taliban leader, Amir Khan Muttaqi, the acting minister for foreign ministry, that he leave Kabul to Delhi. Today I speak with Mahajir Farai, that he is Deputy Minister for Information Ministry. He said to me that it is a big achievement, and it's a big achievement that have good relation. We want good relation with India. We want good relation, economic relation, public relations, politics relations with India. Also, I meet many Afghan on Kabul streets. They was happy for this trip of Amir Khan Muttaqi, and they wishes that in this trip India will get a visa for Afghan citizens.
Hashmat, I'll request you to stay on with us. Let me also bring in our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, is joining us. Abhishek, in this interview that Hashmat has got for us, a big scoop coming in, that Pakistan was rejected. It was pretty much on the lines that over the last several months, efforts have been made by the Pakistanis to woo the Taliban. but it hasn't really worked out. As far as India is concerned, we are walking the tightrope right now. What's on the agenda?
Well, so far as India is concerned, Shawan, this is sort of a diplomatic coup that the foreign minister or acting foreign minister of Afghanistan, Amir Muttaqi, is in not just in New Delhi, but he's going to be there for 5 days. He's going to be in Delhi, he's going to be in Agra, he's going to be in Mumbai, he's going to be in Hyderabad, he's going to be meeting Afghan citizens who are living in India. He's going to be meeting Afghan businessmen who have trade relationship with India, and of course he would be engaging with the strategic community apart from the business relationship. He's going to Mumbai and Hyderabad, where Afghanistan used to have its consulates. Of course, now we do not as yet have a diplomatic acknowledgement of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and the Taliban regime in Kabul, but it seems that things are really building up to that. That, you can say, is on the agenda to really move in the direction of ultimately recognizing Taliban government in Kabul as the legitimate government, and that's why this engagement. Remember, post Operation Sindoor, there were two occasions when the respective foreign ministers spoke. Jaishankar briefed Muttaqi in the aftermath of the Operation Sindoor. Then they spoke in the immediate aftermath of the earthquake last month. India has sent in a tremendous amount of relief and other supplies to help Afghanistan, its brothers and sisters in Afghanistan, really tide over the crisis. About 50,000 plus metric tons of food aid sent via the Chabahar port. In fact, India prevailed upon the Americans to extend the sanctions that they are putting on the use of Chabahar port to end of October, so that we could send in more supplies to Afghanistan. Afghanistan sees, an average Afghan sees the tremendous amount of development assistance that has come from India over the last 25 years, irrespective of who has been in power in Kabul, be it Hamid Karzai, be it after that the government and then the present one of Taliban. So in that sense, there is tremendous amount of goodwill. Now contrast this with Pakistan, because you began with Pakistan. Pakistan's offer for Muttaqi to come to Islamabad after Moscow was rejected is obviously because the Durand line remains hot. The Afghans do not acknowledge Durand line as the legitimate border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. You cannot have normal relationship when every other day Pakistani drone strikes happen on the other side of Durand line. So obviously Afghans are unhappy also with the stance that Pakistan has taken recently by offering the Pasni port to America, with the Americans really also wanting Bagram Air Base, though of course in the case of Bagram, Pakistan has signed on the dotted line during the Moscow talks of not letting Americans come in, but otherwise are providing Americans a toehold just next to Afghanistan in Balochistan province, much to the annoyance of Chinese, but equally for the Afghans. So I think this is a very good diplomatic move coming in. Things were really building up for a while in this direction. As yet, there is no indication that this visit would translate into India directly recognizing the Taliban regime in Kabul, but you never know. In some time in future, if not immediately, even that might happen. And if it happens, this visit would have played a significant role in that development. Shawan.
Well, Abhishek, some questions still remain unanswered, whether at all India is going to recognize the government in Afghanistan. In fact, that's a question I'll also take to Hashmat in a short while from now. But before I bring in Hashmat, I just want to play that interview that Hashmat did with a deputy minister in Kabul, where he's revealed that soon after Muttaqi's visit to Russia, an invitation was sent by Pakistan's foreign minister Ishaq Dar, which was rejected. Listen in to this exclusive interview that we got a short while back.
د اسلامي امارت د افغانستان د اسلامي امارت متوازن سیاست او همدا ډول هغه ډیپلوماسي چې دوی په تیرو څلورو کلونو کې په کار باندې اچولې وه دا د دې لامل شو چې ورځ تر بلې هیوادونه د افغانستان د اسلامي امارت سره د اړیکو د راشه درشه او تعامل په برخه کې کار وکوي. نو په دې ترڅ کې د افغانستان اسلامي امارت د باندنیو چارو وزیر تګ د هند هیواد ته ډېر مهم سفر دی او طبعا افغانان ستونزې لري، هلته افغانان اوسېږي همدا ډول د ویزو په برخه کې د ناروغانو په برخه کې او په نورو برخو کې هیله ده چې د هیواد د بهرنیو چارو وزیر هلته د هندي چارواکو سره په دې برخه کې مثبت بحثونه او مجلسونه ولري او دا به زموږ په اړیکو کې لا ودې او پراختیا ته یو مهم سفر ثابت شي.
Hashmat, I just want to take a quick question from you in terms of the expectations that the Afghans have from India, given the fact that we have walked the tightrope on this entire, whether at all we are going to recognize the Taliban government in Afghanistan or not. In terms of the expectations and the backroom channels that have been opened up between India and Afghanistan, help us understand what's really happening in Kabul at this stage.
As you know that India have dominated all time Afghanistan, and also we know that they made the Salma Dam in Herat province, and also after that some months before I have reported you that about Shatut Dam in Afghanistan, and I have some interviews of Afghan citizens that they want good relation with India, economic relation, political relation. Today I spoke with many Afghan citizens in Kabul city, and also I speak with foreign ministers, some members. They said that we want that India recognize Afghanistan, and also they said that we want that India embassy in Kabul, they issue visa for Afghan people. And also, when I asked the people, they were so happy. When I asked the Deputy Ministry of Taliban and Ministry of Information, he said that we want positive relation, and he said that this trip will be a positive achievement between Afghanistan and India in future, and we will have good economics, politics, relation, and we want that solve Afghan citizen problems in New Delhi and other places. And also, they guess that when Amir Khan Muttaqi travel to many cities of India, he will meet Afghan citizens, and Afghan said that India is our best donate country, India is our friend country, and we want more good relation. And they also want from Taliban officials that have good relation with India, and also tried that many travel to New Delhi.
Well, thank you very much, Hashmat.